Hi guys, it's Mrs. Burke. Hope you had a great weekend. Today we are going to do a lesson on multiplying fractions, which is your new unit, and I'm going to show you how to find part of a group using models. So models can then easily be changed over to pictures, and then eventually you'll just use regular algorithms to help you. So we're going to start off with a word problem. You're going to watch me do a few. Before we get started, a couple of things. Since we're modeling today, you're going to need some kind of counter that you can use as your items. So I'm going to use little ones cubes. I'm sure you don't have ones cubes at your house. You're going to need something that probably about 25 of an item. So you could use pennies, cotton balls, rocks from outside, literally anything that you can get about 25 of. So I'll be using my counters. So my first question says, Mrs. Burke has 18 eggs. She decorates 5/6 of them for Easter. So how many eggs does she decorate? So a couple of things you want to focus on is what is your total number of eggs? And that's 18. So that's going to tell me how many counters I'm going to need, 18 counters. Once I see that, I'm going to think about taking those 18 items, so in this question they're eggs, and I'm going to see how many groups they want me to put these items into. And it will always be an equal number of groups, so you'll never have a remainder. But in this case, my 5/6 is my fraction. That denominator of 6 is going to tell me how many groups I'm making total. So I'm going to take 18 eggs and split them into 6 groups. Now, in order to show groups, you can just make piles. I wanted this to be a little more clear, so I just cut a circle of paper. I cut like 10 of them. So I'm going to need 6 of these to make 6 groups. So I have group 1, group 2. The angle's a little weird, so if you can't see it perfectly, just watch the actual process. So that's 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups. So these 6 circles represent my denominator of 6 groups. Now I'm going to split those 18 eggs into these 6 groups. So 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they all have 1 in them so far. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So right now I have 18 eggs that were split into 6 groups. Now going back to my question, it doesn't want to know how many are in each group. It just wants me to count what would 5 of those 6 groups total. So I'm going to take this group, this group, this group, that's 3, 4, 5. I'm going to ignore this 6th group here because I didn't decorate them for Easter. So now I'm going to count how many of the eggs were decorated. So I have 3 here, so 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, which is repeated addition, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Or, now that you're in 5th grade, and you definitely also learned this in 4th grade, another way to do repeated addition is multiplication, which is why we're multiplying fractions. So I'm going to multiply 3 in 5 groups, which gives me a total of 15. So out of my 18 eggs, 15 of them are decorated, 3 are not. Over here, my 6th group is not. Okay, watch me do another one. Next question says, the bin in my garage has 24 balls in it. Of those, 2/3 are baseballs. So how many baseballs are in the bin? So my first question is, how many items am I counting? The items here are balls, and there's 24 of them. So I'm going to need 24 of my ones cubes, or maybe you're using Cheerios or rocks, but 24 of them. How many groups do you think I need? My denominator tells me 3. So I'm going to take group 1, group 2, group 3. And now I'm going to split up my 24 balls that were in the one bin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I have 24 balls from the bin. I split them into 3 groups. And now I'm not going to count all of the groups, because if I counted all of them, it would mean that all 24 balls are baseballs, but they're not. Only 2 of those 3 groups are baseballs. So I'm only counting, let's say, this group over here and this group. So I'm not going to count this group over here. Let's see how many are in it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 plus 8, which is 16. Or repeated addition is also multiplication. 8 times 2, 16. So of my 24 balls in the bin, 16 of them are baseballs. And if you look over here, 8 of them are not. Maybe they're basketballs. Okay, so let's see what this would look like, looking like multiplication without a word problem. You might see a question that says this: use a model to show 1/3 of 15. So they're not telling me what these 15 things are. We don't know if they're donuts, baseball, we don't know what they are. But I have 15 of something. So I'm going to take 15 of something and I'm going to put them into 3 groups, which are my 3 circles. 1, 2, 3. Let me split up my 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have my 3 groups. I split up my 15 items. Now, how many of the groups am I counting? Just one of them. So I'm going to get rid of these 2 and I'm only going to focus on this one. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1/3 of 15 equals 5. All right, watch me do another one. Use a model to show 3/4 of 12. So think to yourself, how many 1's cubes will I need? 12. And how many groups will I be placing them into? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my 4 groups. And I need to split up 12 things. I hope you can see this good enough. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many of those groups am I counting? That's what my numerator tells me. 3 of them. So I'll count this group, and this group, which can look like repeated addition. 3, 3, 3. 3 plus 3 plus 3, or multiplication. 3 times 3 equals 9. So 3/4 of 12 equals 9. Okay, your turn. First, a word problem. Get your counters ready, whatever you decided to use. If you don't have little circles or boxes or pieces of paper, you can just put them in piles, but just make sure that you're separating them so you can clearly see. Okay, your first question. There are 16 pieces of candy in the basket. Of those, 2/8 are Reese's. So how many Reese's are in the basket? I'm going to give you about 30 seconds. Okay, if you need more time, just press pause, and when you're ready, you can continue. So 16 pieces, that means I need 16 counters. How many groups am I making? My denominator tells me 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I ran out of circles, so I'll just make these 7, 8. You might not be able to see the whole thing, but we'll get the same answer. Okay, now I'm splitting up 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I split them up. How many of those 8 groups do I want to count? My numerator tells me 2. So let's just count these front 2. I have 2 here and 2 here. So the answer is 4. 2/8 of 16 equals 4 pieces. Okay, hope you got that. Now try it without the word problem in just a model. Use a model to show 4/5 of 10. I'll give you about 30 seconds to do that. Okay, so hopefully you took 10 counters and hopefully you made 5 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I want to take my 10 counters, split them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. Okay, how many of those groups am I counting? My numerator, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have 2, 2, 2, 2, repeated addition, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, or in 5th grade, we know that as multiplication, 2 times 4, which equals 8. So 4/5 of 10 is 8, okay? Great job today. I hope you tried those out with me. Check your emails in the next day or so. I'm gonna be sending out an invitation for a Google Meet. Can't wait to see all of you. We're gonna try it as a whole grade. So we'll be able to discuss this lesson as well as the lesson you're gonna see tomorrow with your class. So anything that has to do with multiplying fractions, bring your questions with you. I'll be happy to answer them. But more importantly, I can't wait to see you guys. All right, so have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye.